We're going to be talking about real money, or is Bitcoin real money, and why I'm high on it. Anthony's high on it. So I'll just go let you know I'm not an FNG, an FNU guy. This whole thing. So this is how I started realizing that money was fake today. And so this here is a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. This was the last real silver. So this was done in 1964. 1964, I was like 18 years old or 17 years old. And I'm looking at this damn thing, and there used to be silver, but from 65 or whatever, around that time, they started doing copper. I went, what's wrong with my money? You know, it's no longer silver, it's copper. And I didn't know at the time, because as a kid and we didn't know anything about this stuff, what the U.S. government was doing was violating Gresham's law. And Gresham's law states, when bad money enters the environment, good money goes to hiding. So this here is the last real silver, 1964. I want to thank my friends, Jim Clark from Republic Monetary Exchange here in Phoenix. I buy lots of gold and silver from him. But basically, Anthony, what I do a lot of the times is I go up there and I hold this $10 bill, and I hold this, and I say, which one do you want? And naturally, they say 50 cents, and they see $10, and they jump on it. They'll take the 10, where this is more valuable than this. But it just proves that people don't know what money is. And so that was the start. It was 1964, and ever since then, I've been studying it. Then I read this guy here, Buckminster Fuller, and his Grunge of Giants. And Grunge of Giants, I don't recommend this book, but Fuller was a tough read. And I studied with him for 3 years, and he is the one who predicted Bitcoin. Years and years and years ago, 20-something years ago, he said there would be a new type of money coming out. But the reason Fuller was a futurist, and he saw these kids playing electronic games, and he says, that's the future of money. So here I am thinking that guy's a whack job. You know, this is 30, 20, I don't know how long ago now, but he says, money's going to be electronic? And so I'm listening to this guy Fuller, you know, I'm going, holy moly. But then, because of this fake money here, the fake silver, and this, I began my study. And this here is the creature from Jekyll Island. You can see I do study, not that for Marine, but this is about the Federal Reserve Bank. And then here is this book here. It's about Zimbabwe. I was in Zimbabwe when Zimbabwe crashed. I was in Vietnam looking for gold. I'm always in the wrong place at the right time. But I was in Zimbabwe when Zimbabwe crashed. And that's when the war vets, the black guys, went through all the farms across Zimbabwe, and kicked the white farmers off. And I'm sitting in this truck, Anthony, with I shoot a double gun, you know, elephant gun. I got a 2-shot rifle, and these guys are carrying AK-47s. So I said, I better keep my mouth shut. Plus, there was about 10 of them and one of me. And they came up to this little tiny white woman. She was an Africana, and her husband. They put the guns to the head and said, either get off this property or you're dead. And so I'm sitting there watching this stuff. I feel like a pussy because I can't shoot them with my double gun because there's too many of them. And the little woman turns to me. She says, burn this place down. So Anthony, I was back in Vietnam. We took torches. We torched her farm. The biggest fireball came off when he hit the diesel fuel. The grass shacks went up. Their ranch house for 400 years went down. But that's what happens when money destroys nations. This is written by a friend of mine, Philip Haslam, and everybody should read this. It's a very important book. He's South African. And then this latest book just came out from my friend Jim Rickards. It's Come Money GPT. I got advanced reader copies because I know the guy. So this is not out yet, but he talks about how AI is going to bring it down. So all excited about AI and GPT and all that stuff. And Rickards saying his his note to me was, Robert, something new to worry about. So, again, going all the way back to Fuller here, this guy talked about how you see the future. And the job of a teacher is to prepare a student for the future. But, today all our school teachers are preparing kids for sex changes. And so, it's not a very healthy world here.